It means so much to both Rudy and I to see all of these family and friends in one room. I wanted to tell you all a little bit about how Rudy and I came to be our team together. And when he and I first met, my field was, as a nurse, infectious diseases, which is about as far in left field as you can get from the field of politics. And the first time that he and I sat down and talked, I said to Rudy, "What do you know about infectious diseases?" And he said, I don't know. Tell me about it. What can you tell me about politics? And I said, well, then I'm a little ahead of you on the game, Rudy, because I knew enough to be a Republican all my life. So we did have some common ground there as a team. But in all seriousness, as the conversations progressed further, one of the things that Rudy and I discussed was the commitment that we both had on a personal level to public service. Certainly, as you all know, what my husband did with New York City is, to say the least, astounding. My field being healthcare, I had been involved for, oh gosh, about 20 years with what was then New York Hospital Presbyterian Babies Hospital, and had been doing a lot of volunteer work and fundraising for them. And so, as life would have it, and does in many cases, when people ask, why do you want to go forth in this field? Why do you want to do this? And the true answer is that when you are committed to public service, the advantage of being in the public eye is that you can then pick up the telephone. And when you have a girl, such as we had many, who's that far away up there at Cabrini High School, which is an incredible high school for those of you all who don't know it in Upper Manhattan, and she needs this much more money in order to get a scholarship to graduate from high school and go on, as 100% of our girls do, to high school. You can then pick up the phone as Judith Giuliani and call a John Wren, who might not normally take my telephone calls, or a Ken Langone, or someone who can help one of these girls out. Or on September 11th, when we were working at the Family Center and found out that most of those people didn't come there that week with a calling card. And so the only way that they could reach out to their families was by the methods that they had then used daily. Email, voicemail. We didn't have access to that. So again, I was able to pick up the phone and call, at that time, Gerald Levin and say, Gerald, we need some help here. These people need to send emails to their loved ones. They've just lost some of them. And he sent over 200,000 computers to us. We realized that as a team, we could do this sort of thing. And then we lived through two crises together. One public, as you all know, September 11th, and one much more private, and that was prostate cancer. Now, when you live through those sorts of things together, one of two things happen. Either you realize that you can work together as a team, or you realize that this is not something you can do together. And in the case of Rudy and I, we quickly began to realize that this was a commitment that we both wanted to take on. So while you're all here, I want to thank you for those of you who have taken my phone calls, who have helped out the girls at Cabrini, the Bioterrorism Center that's now named the Rudolph W. Giuliani Trauma Center at St. Vincent's Hospital. Those of you who donated to the Family Center at that time, giving us calling cards and computers and therapists and everything else that we needed to make that Family Center a success and make Rudy and I become a successful team. I can promise you that if you continue to support us, Rudy and I will do everything we can using our very diverse backgrounds to make this team successful. So thanks for being here, and I would like to introduce my teammate, my favorite guy in the ballpark, Rudy Giuliani.